If you try typing the same word twice in Microsoft Word, you will get a red underline indicating an error. That's because in English, repetition just sounds weird, but not so in Biblical Hebrew. For example, we get ish ish, man man, door door, generation generation, and even kadosh kadosh kadosh, holy holy holy. What's going on in Biblical Hebrew that sounds weird to us in English? In Biblical Hebrew, repetition conveys a sense of plurality, often translated as every, each, or any. Joseph resisted the sexual advances of Potiphar's wife, yom yom, day day. This means every or each day he resisted her advances. At the burning bush, God tells Moses that his name is Lador Dor, for generation generation. This means for each and every generation, meaning for all time. Israelite farmers are told to tithe the produce of their field, shana shana, year year, which means every year, each and every year. The phrase ish ish, man man, appears 18 times in the Tanakh, the Hebrew Bible, and it means each or every man. And finally, my favorite one, Shimshon, Samson, awoke from his sleep, thinking he would escape Delilah, her trap, as he has done kefa'am befa'am, like a time in a time. What does a time in a time mean? It means like each time he had escaped her before. The idea that repetition means plurality can be applied to some of the most well-known verses in the Tanakh. For example, in Deuteronomy 16:20, Tzedek tzedek tirdof, leman tichya v'yirashta et haaretz asher Adonai Elohecha noten lach. Pursue tzedek tzedek, so that you may live and possess the land which the Lord your God is giving you. What does tzedek tzedek mean? Some translations have justice justice, which is literally correct, but our approach suggests every type of justice. Justice for the rich, justice for the poor, justice for your friend, justice for your foe, justice for everyone. And as it turns out, this is the approach of the King James Bible, one of my favorite translations, which translates tzedek tzedek not as justice, but as that which is altogether just. The way to say altogether in Biblical Hebrew is to repeat the word, tzedek tzedek, altogether just. The best example of this can be found in Isaiah, when the prophet describes God's seraphim, fire angels, as follows. V'kara zeh el zeh v'yamar, kadosh kadosh kadosh, Adonai tziva'ot, melo chol haaretz kivodo. And each one would call to another, kadosh 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 is the Lord of hosts. His honor fills the entire world. What does kadosh 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 mean? Most translations have something like holy, holy, holy. But our approach adds new meaning to the repetition, rendering it holy in every possible way, or even infinitely holy. This happens to be the understanding of the Aramaic Targum Yonatan, which adds that God is holy in the heavens, holy on the earth, and holy for all eternity. God is holy in every conceivable way. If you enjoy this study and want to learn to read Biblical Hebrew on your own, then consider taking a class with me at the Institute of Biblical Culture, where classes start every few months. These classes fill up, so register soon. In the course of 9 months, we will go from the alphabet to completing everything there is to know about introductory Biblical Hebrew. Now that we've seen how repetition means plurality, there's something fascinating I'd like to show you. There are a number of biblical words that have repetition inside them. For example, the word dar, thistle, which is made up of dar and dar. Most of these have one thing in common: a great abundance, a major plurality. Beginning with dar, thistle, the name warns of its many thorns. The double tal of taltalim, locks of hair, convey a full head of hair with bountiful locks and strands. The double kal in akalkal means twisted, suggesting a road with many turns. Af, eyelids, connotes blinking repeatedly. A galgal, wheel, spins round and round and round and round. And my favorite, kas in kaskeset, scales, conveys the hundreds, if not thousands, of scales on each and every fish. This isn't just a plural, it's a plural without number. Interestingly, some English words seem to act in this very way. The tick-tock of a clock goes on and on, tick-tock. The ping-pong goes back and forth, ping-pong, ping-pong. The flip-flops make those noises, flip-flop, flip-flop. A seesaw goes up and down, up and down. And there's a pitter-patter for raindrops. So the idea of each of these is that the repetition suggests a great abundance. As we have seen, some of the most familiar and influential verses contain repetition, and our approach can be applied to individual words. All you have to do is repeat, repeat, repeat. Stay tuned for my next video and check out my courses in Biblical Hebrew at biblicalculture.org.